And hello fellow Techers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today, to follow up on my artillery balance video, we're gonna take a look at a game that is perfect example of what not to do when Arty's in a game. So today is gonna be a bit more of an educational video. We're not gonna look at damage and what I did in the game and how to do certain things, but we are going to talk about strategy and what to do when you have a situation like this. Now, if you look at the team distribution list early in the game, now this is very important, and I don't know how many of you guys do actually do that, but I always do that because it determines what I should be doing in a game, where I should take my tank in order to best suit the team and help us win the game. So I always look at how many artilleries are in a game. I look at what is the distribution of heavy tanks, TDs, who has more TDs, who has more heavy tanks, so on and so forth, because that will dictate where you go on the map. Right? So if you look at this team distribution here, you could see there's an Arty platoon on the opposing team. And it's not just any Arty platoon. It's platoon from a Nightmare clan. Now, I don't expect you to know all the clans and what they do and how good they are, so on and so forth. But at least recognize the situation. In this case, it was a good clan, and I knew they're gonna clean up pretty much the entire H8, H9 area, because that's usually where some of the green tanks go early in game. Not only that, they have 3 Artys, they also have a light tank, which means they have an active spotter that can provide them with spots. Now, all of these Artys are tier 10 Artys, extremely dangerous, high splash damage, high alpha damage. So if you put yourself in the open and these Artys can see you, they'll have a total feast. So now, let's roll this from here and let's see what happened in this game. So as you can see, I'm clicking area C2. Now area C2 is good because it's not completely immune from artillery, but it will provide some sort of cover. So you can just use your turret armor or whatever, peek around the corner, or you can just hold that corner so that opposition cannot push. If you go to position F9, G9, all the way over there, be prepared to die, especially with 3 artilleries and open area of the map. There's nowhere to hide over there. And if you look at what my team is doing, my entire team decided to go to the south side of the map. I mean, not everyone, but almost everyone. All of our TDs, 3 TDs, except for Shed Barn, FV 4005, who's gonna stay with me in this position. Now, I'm not moving at this point in time because there's no one going this way. So even if I get myself into position C2, there's no way I can do anything there by myself. I'm also clicking on the map. I'm telling them, Arty's in K2. Arty is in K2 or K1. They'll be putting shells into H7, H8, F8. Like, all these areas are gonna be under fire. And at this point I knew the game is lost. Like, there's no way we can win this game with half of our team, actually more than half of our team, being in that area right there. So right there, E3 got taken out. I don't know if it was one shot or double tapped by the Artys, and our big gun and big armor is gone early in game. So guys, especially for new players, pay attention to the distribution of the team. Take a look at the team list and see what opposition are you dealing with. See how you need to play, especially if there's artillery in the game. I know there's no such thing as Arty safe, but you can at least get yourself in a position where it is somewhat Arty safe, somewhat resistant to Arty fire, right? So that's what you gotta do. Now, in this situation, and I think, there's a heavy tank with me at A8, and I think that's object 705A. There's another tank with me, which is a Conqueror, and the FV 4005. 4 of us are gonna stay here, and we're gonna try to defend this flank. Because, 1, the position where I'm in right now, Arty's not gonna be paying attention to me because I'm a hard shot from this position here. They would have to launch all the way over the hill in order to hit me. 2, if we can stop these guys coming from this side of the map, and our team potentially will not die on the other side, we can create a counter push, right? So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. We're just gonna try to defend as well as we can. And you will see, even though we will not win this game because it's virtually impossible, we made it close. And if our entire team did not die on the south side, we probably would have won this game. We probably would have at least have a chance to win this game. Now, our light tank at K2 or J1 right now should have killed those Artys. If he killed those Artys, we would have probably been able to at least withstand the pressure here and do the counter push. But light tank died, and unfortunately it's not going to be the case. But as you can see, we stopped these guys' progress from this side of the map. So we pretty much stopped them from coming in. And now what's gonna happen is the opposition is gonna flood in because they wanna get final damage. They wanna take us all out of the game. So that's what's gonna happen here. But again, with 3 RDs in play, I really cannot move. You'll say, whoa, Space, you're camping. You're camping in one spot. But it is what happens when your team doesn't do what you expect it to do. I mean, there's nothing else I can do but camp in this situation, right? Especially with 3 artilleries in play. So we're gonna try to hold this position, and we're gonna try to see maybe the opposition is gonna flood in one by one, and we could take them out one by one. And if that's the case, we could bring this game closer. And there's always some YOLOs like this guy here. Just like that. Boom, he gets taken out by the shit barn, right? So you know there'll be players like this because they would want to come out and get late game damage as much as they can, and they will get impatient, and you know that. So there we see the Wheezy 132-1 from Nightmare Clan, and yeah, he's gonna play it cautious. So I was kind of thinking, what is he gonna do here? Is he gonna try to come out, engage us? But we're gonna be patient here. We have nothing else to lose. All we're aiming for is, you know, try to get some damage here at the end of the game. Try to get my average damage number, right? There again. This guy pushes and he gets taken out. Now, as you can see, Arty already has shots at us. What does that mean? That means, and by the way, that was communication with the platoon mates. They told the light tank that I was tracked, so he came out and he put a shell into me. And I thought he was actually going to back out, not move forward, so I should have been aiming in front of him, not behind him. But regardless, so what happened is one of the Artys already relocated and is probably sitting at B1. And if that Arty is sitting at B1 or A2, they will have shots at us right here, right now, because we have 0 map control, right? So I cannot spot the light tank. I know the light tank is going to be spotting me, so I'm going to move forward and I'm going to go behind this guy. I was hoping that if I can get closer, I might be able to spot the light tank, but that's not the case. I was also hoping that their artillery will relocate to location G9 so that they can have shots at us here. But unfortunately, neither of that has happened. My friendlies have all died. And Artys will still have shots at me, so unfortunately, this is it. Game is over. I'm just all by myself versus, what, how many? 7 tanks? Well, 4 tanks and 3 artilleries. So we just try to get our final damage here, put some shells into this Type 4 or Type 5, whatever it was, and Arty takes me out of the game. So unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. And don't pay attention to the score. I was kind of upset about this whole situation here and what has transpired because teams are just not paying attention to what are the best options for them with Arty in play, right? And unfortunately, some of this comes with experience, some of this comes with thinking strategically in game. But if you new players start paying attention to the team list early in a game and see how can you play to help the team, I think that's a good start for you to get better at this game. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.